Alright, instead of talking about a Game Boy Advance game today, we're going to go back and talk about a Game Boy Color game. A Game Boy Color only game, I should say. Because you could only play this if you had a Game Boy Color. So you had to be one of the cool kids that had a Game Boy Color. Unlike me, I didn't get a Game Boy Color until like a year after they came out or something like that. I really wanted one too. Because my friend across the street had one, and I was like, I want to get one of these. And I believe she had this game that I'm going to talk about. And that's the first time I played it. And I don't know why she had it, because she was not very good at Mario games at all. And like, I would go over there and like help her get through levels. She's like, how do you know how to do this so well? I'm like, because it's literally Super Mario Bros. Just on the Game Boy Color. Because I know all these levels. So that's the first time I played this game. And the game I'm talking about is, I'm going to get it over here because I got a box copy of it today in the mail. Because I wanted to get a box copy of it for this video, because I wanted to show you guys the box, because I do like the cover art of it. But Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. And it is the original first print with the like hollow foil Game Boy Color logo. As you can kind of see with the box protector. It's not in the best shape, but it's decent. It looks good in the box protector. There's some dents on it and stuff, but nothing too bad. Sorry for the glitter, guys. I know the box protector makes it have a glare, but I was really excited when I first got this game when I was a kid. I was like, oh yeah, I finally have it. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this game today. So if you guys like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. Anyway, let's get on into this video and talk about Super Mario Bros. Deluxe and why I think it kind of gets overshadowed by the Game Boy Advance, basically one-to-one port of the classic NES series, Super Mario Bros. And why I think it's still worth playing, even if you have played that original version. Because, as you guys know, the Famicom series also did have its own series in Japan. If you didn't know that, it did. They were like yellow or red cartridges. They actually released Super Mario Bros. 2 for Super Players, or the Lost Levels, in Japan on Game Boy Advance, because I used to have it. I got rid of it since getting the original Lost Levels. There's no reason to have it if I have the original, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, getting back to Mario Deluxe, there's a reason why I mentioned that. So basically, like I said, this was basically a port of Super Mario Bros. On the NES, but with some pretty big caveats. Well, the one major thing they had to do is, of course, shrink it down to match the screen size of the Game Boy Color, which means there was less screen real estate to work with. So, to compensate for that, if you needed to look above you to see what was above or below you, you could hold it in the up button, and it would pan the camera up so you could see what was up above you, which was kind of an interesting way to go about doing that. But other than that, there are some graphical and sound effect differences, of course, because it's Game Boy Color. It's not going to be able to one-to-one match the NES sound effects. Some of the colors are kind of weird looking. Like the fire flower is kind of like purple instead of like the flashing like white and green color that it is in the original. And like I said, the sound effects, the jumping sound effect is a little bit different. And the gameplay itself, besides like camera issues and having to move the camera up, it also feels kind of, I don't know the best word to describe it, but like floaty. Like it feels like when you jump, like you stay in the air longer than you normally would on the original version, or it just feels like more. It feels like it's faster. Like they kind of up the speed of it a little bit. I don't know why. If it's just me, or if it's not me, and that's really what they did, I don't know. I don't think it's just me. I really think that it's something they did in this version. Probably to make it feel a little bit snappier on the hardware it was being played on. So that is kind of a weird caveat. It takes a little bit to get used to because it feels a little bit more floaty than usual. But your normal, got a hammer out or something. Sorry about that. Anyway, your normal like tricks, like the limited lives trick, works, of course. It's a little bit harder to set up though, but just go to 3-1 and set it up. I'll have some gameplay of the game itself as I'm talking, and I'll try to set it up on video so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you've never seen the limited lives trick, but I'm pretty sure you have. It's been known about for like years, so you probably know what it is. But the max lives are weird too. It's 127 instead of 128, which is weird. Maybe that's what it was in the original one, because in the original version, when you did the limited lives trick and got like max lives, it would be like 2 garbled numbers or like garbled characters instead of the numbers, because it couldn't go past. I think it was 99 that I couldn't go past. So I believe it was originally 128 because that's what it is on Mario All-Stars when you do it. Because that counter does go up to 128. So I don't know why it was 127. Maybe that's what it was in the original version. I don't know. Maybe in the Super Nintendo version they were just like, let's give them 1 extra life if they get 128. I don't know what rationale it was. But a lot of the other cool features was there was a versus like race mode where you could race against another, like your friend, your brother, sister, whoever you're playing with a link cable. You could print out these stickers. There was like a toy box thing that had like artwork and other things. And there was a challenge mode where you had to, well, first off, you had to completely play through the entire game, beat every level, and then you could go back and play through the levels again and collect these I think there's 5 red coins if I remember right. And then you could find a Yoshi egg, and then I think there was something else. I can't remember because it's been years since I played like through this version of the game. But I'm pretty sure there was like some kind of special thing that if you got all the coins or something, you got some kind of special banner that you could print out or something with a Game Boy printer. That's what you can do with a Game Boy printer. Like print out these very low quality pixelated stickers and like wallpapers and banners and stuff. Because you can go in and view some of the I want to say artwork, but I guess that's what it is. Some of them look pretty cool. Like, if you have like a Game Boy player on the GameCube, they would look really good. Like if you do screen capture or something, like a capture card and hooked it up to it, and they made decent wallpapers. So like, that would be really cool to do that. But the Game Boy printer function of it was kind of dumb because like the Game Boy printer wasn't that great anyway. I mean, it was cool for what it was. I had one for a little bit, but it was excuse me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But anyway, I had a Game Boy printer for a little bit, but didn't really do much with it because like the paper, the thermal paper that I used was kind of cheap, and it just wouldn't turn out very well. I'm sure back in the day it was a little bit better, but it just didn't work well. I would assume back in the day it wasn't super great either, but it is what it is. But that is a feature. But there's one other feature that was really cool that I didn't realize was a thing until a few years after I had like thought I beat it all the way, and then went back to it when I was like a teenager, and I was like, oh, there's more stuff to do in this game. I didn't realize they had that in this game. And that is the lost levels from Super Mario Bros. 2 for Super players from the Famicom Disk System. Yeah, you can unlock, like, basically those 4 levels or whatever. I think they were all, like, worlds A through D, and, like A1, 2, 3, 4, B1, 2, 3, 4, C1, 2, 3, 4, and D1, 2, 3, 4. I think. I don't remember if they're all in there, but I'm pretty sure they are. But once you get past like D4, I think it just becomes harder levels of the original Mario Bros. Or something like that. Like the original Super Mario Bros. I can't remember because I don't ever think I got it completed when I found out about it, because when I went back to do it again, the save battery died in my original copy, so I couldn't really do anything back because I couldn't save it. So, but yeah, so I never got to really see if like it was a 1-to-1 copy of the like A through D levels. I don't know for sure. Because like I said, I know I got through like World A, but it just called it 1-1 again. But I'm pretty sure it goes like to past D4, but I think it's just harder versions of like other levels in Super Mario Bros. Like I said, I don't know. Someone that knows in the comments, let me know, and let other people know that watch this video what the hell happens. I don't know. So yeah, I just want to talk about this thing because I was super pumped to get a pretty nice looking complete copy of this game. It was one of my favorite games when I was a kid, so I wanted to get a complete box. That's my goal for all my Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color and Game Boy games, is to get games I really enjoyed boxed when I can, when they're not like super freaking expensive. This was like $50. So thank you guys on Patreon for supporting the channel, because it really helps out a lot. I'm going to do a video talking about Patreon later on this week, or this weekend, I should say. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. This has been Rolling Kevin, and I am rolling out. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button so you get notified when I upload videos, go live, or post on my community page. Shout out to my Patreon supporters: Sunny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Swift, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Friedrich, Len Ernhorn, Marcus Mahaley, Brianna, and the Pay Now Please, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Kaluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you want to support my channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot. Thank you guys so much for supporting and watching. If you did enjoy this video, I'll see you guys in the next video.